All right, guys. Welcome. Doing technology check. Can you hear me? Can you see me? And in the meantime, tell me who we have here. I see we got Sean from North Carolina. Tell me who you are and tell me where you are from. Anybody from Philly? That's my hometown. I live in Atlanta though. Talk to me. Talk to me. Who else do we? Let me see. Who do we have? Here we go. Okay, I like this excitement you guys got. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right, I see Cornelius. I see Tina. I see Jonathan. Tell me where you're from. I need to know where you're from. And comment first time in the chat if this is your first time. So we got Michaela from Philly, Patrick from San Diego, KD from, oh shucks, I just lost you, KD. Shireen from New York. I see somebody from Trinidad, people from Illinois, California. Okay, all right. Miami. All right, listen, I got a surprise for you guys tonight. Listen. I'm giving away $250 so that you guys can start investing in REITs right now. But here's the deal. You got to stay until the end. I'm announcing the winner. You have to attend live and you have to be present. But what I need you guys to do right now, I need you to share. I need you to take a picture and tag me on social media. My social media is Ashley M. Fox. I'm giving away $250. We're going to learn tonight, but I'm going to show you what you need to invest with. But I'm giving you guys $250. I'm picking one person, but you got to show up. You got to show up and you got to stay to the end of the class. But you also got to post me on social media. I need to know that it's real. I need to know. Take a picture right now. Share online, on Instagram, on social media, and tag me. My social media handles are right on the screen. _ Ashley M. Fox. One, we got to share this knowledge with the world. But I also need to know that you are committed. And what's going to happen is my team is going to pick. They're going to pick somebody who shared this class on social media. Make sure you tag me, though. Make sure you tag me. We are going to pick someone, but you have to be here when we announce it. You got to be here. All right, a couple housekeeping items. If you want to get rich quick, this is not the class for you. Okay, I am not here to get you rich quick. I am here to help you build wealth. I'm the woman you come to when you want to create wealth and to have it sustained and pass it down generation after generation. I'm not here to get you a quick flip. I'm also not a trader, right? Again, I'm here to show you how to effectively to build wealth for both you and your family. This class is going to last anywhere between 60 to 90 minutes. So make sure you got your notebook and pen. Comment notebook if you got your notebook ready. Comment notebook if you have your notebook ready, right? Also, I do not invest for people. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to show you how to get it done. So if somebody reaches out to you and tries to tell you that they're going to flip your money, it's not me, and I don't teach crypto. But again, right now, I listen on social media. Tag me on social media. So I'm seeing everybody that got their notebook, which means you're serious. I'm going to cover a lot tonight. So I need you right now to stop what you're doing. Take a picture, take a video, share this on social media, and make sure you tag me. I'm giving away $250 to the person that my team selects to invest in REITs after this class, guys, after this class. All right, so who are you? How many of you are currently working? How many of you are ready to quit your job? How many of you want to invest in real estate, right? How many of you are parents wanting to build wealth? You might not have grown up with money, but you want to build wealth for your children. How many of you are entrepreneurs? How many of you want to make extra income, right? All right, now, if you're here in this class, you're in the right class if you are looking to invest in the stock market and or get into real estate. But most importantly, you are here to create passive income. Again, I'm not here to flip your money. I'm here to create consistent, reliable, passive income where we can make the most with doing the least amount of work. I want to make it simple for you. I don't want to do a lot of work, right? Now, how many of you have been wondering, can I invest in real estate with less than $200? Ashley, you're telling me that I don't have to put up a lot of money. Is this even possible, right? What companies will create passive income? I hear you, Ashley, but I don't even know what you're talking about, right? This might be new to a lot of you, right? How many of you are busy? And you're asking, Ashley, how long is this going to take? How much money should I start with? What kind of return am I going to get? How does this work? Where do I start? So let me tell you about a woman named Jamie. So she's a woman. Jamie was in the same place that you were in, Stacy, the same place that you were in, Brenda, the same place that you were in, Lawrence. This woman said, I was never really interested in real estate because I was looking at it from a lens of it was impossible to reach. But when I heard of REITs, something clicked for me. I came across Ashley on Instagram. Comment Instagram if you found me on Instagram, because a lot of people find me on Instagram. And she broke it down in a way that was simple. It was easy to digest. And I have learned so much. And my notebook has so many notes from lessons and from my own side notes. As you can see, Jamie had her notebook. I'm seeing you guys comment in notebook. She had her notebook. She took a class. She's learning. She's growing. She says, I did not always act immediately once I learned something, but this time I did for sure. Prior to joining Ashley's program, I was literally trying to figure out how much I can make how much passive income I can make in my sleep. Type in my sleep in the chat if we want to make passive income in our sleep. How many of us want to make money, not have to do any work, but be making money while we're sleeping? She said, now I'm here updating my dividend tracker. I see my annual dividends making me money in my sleep. I love it here. The reason why I wanted to make sure you knew Jamie is, one, she was in the same exact class you are in today. She was in the same exact class where she heard about REITs, always thought about getting into real estate, but she thought it was impossible. She came to a class, she learned, she took her notes, and now she has a dividend tracker. She's tracking her passive income. So that's one thing we got to talk about. We're going to talk about how to pick these investments so that they can pay you in your sleep, so that you are in a space where you don't have to always work for your money. You're in a position to make money while you sleep. But here's the thing she also said. She said she doesn't always act immediately. How many of you can you honestly say are procrastinating? I can raise my hand. I procrastinate sometimes. If you're here in this class with me, I'm about taking action. I'm about pushing you to the next level. We all are wealth builders, and I need you to remind yourself who you are, what you deserve. Comment, I am a wealth builder in the chat. I need all of you to know. When I say I am, you say wealth builder. Comment in the chat, I am a wealth builder. Now, here's why this class is important to you. You feel like you're behind financially and that you should be making more. You know you deserve to make more money, and you know you have to make more money, but you don't know what steps to take, right? Some of you feel like your credit's not where you want it to be. You don't have enough cash flow. You don't have enough time to get into real estate, and you're stuck trying to figure out what to do. Where am I going to go? What's next? How many of you feel like I don't have a lot of money to even own real estate? But you know that in order to create the life that you want, you know that you have to have other investments in your portfolio. How many of you have been taking classes? I know this is a lot of you. How many of you, let's be honest, you start, you stop. You follow people on social media, you buy everybody's course, you buy it, you waste your money, you don't implement, but you know you want to make passive income, but you are in your own way. And you know that you want to do something, right? But how many of you really can sit and envision if you were able to make money from real estate investments you made today? What if you were able to collect passive income every time you invested in a multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar business? Imagine if you could live off your real estate investments. I want you guys to really sit and think about this. If you could live off your real estate investments, collect income, but not have to do any work. Imagine if your family is able to live the life of their dreams because you took the first step. You decided to be the change maker in your family, and now your family is living the life of their dreams because of you. Now, I want you to imagine doing all of this without needing to borrow money from the bank, without dedicating a bunch of boring hours, reading a bunch of boring information, or even having to go get your real estate license. Imagine living that life without hiring a real estate agent. Imagine living that life without making a down payment. But most importantly, imagine if you could do all of that right now after this class. Does it sound too good to be true? Like does it sound, Ashley, you know, as you can tell, I get very excited. I'm very passionate about what I do. Does it sound too good to be true, right? Now, I want you guys, again, take a minute. Those of you who got the email confirmation, share. I need you to take a minute. Share that email with 3 people. Those of you who clicked the link to join, share this class with 3 people. We all know this information is not taught in the school system. That means it's on us. That means it's on us to pass down this information, to learn, to grow, to push the people that we love. Share this link to this class with 3 people. 3 people, your friend, your spouse, your colleague, someone you care about, somebody you know that needs to level up their mindset and get pushed to the next level, right? Now, before we get started, I want to tell you who I am, because it is very important that you understand what you're doing and who you are doing it with, right? So my name is Ashley M. Fox. I'm the CEO and founder of a company called Empify. Empify is the word empower and modify merged together. We are a fintech startup that is revolutionizing how adults and children are learning how to build wealth. I'm also the CEO of the Wealth Builders Community app. So we are like the Netflix of finance, where adults from all over the world, we are in 22 different countries, have access to financial tools and resources in the palm of their hand. Now, the woman you're talking to today, I've created financial programs, courses, and guides that have impacted millions of people around the world. I am a former Wall Street analyst where I worked at one of the biggest banks in the world, helping millionaires and billionaires invest, sustain, grow, and protect their money. My job was to keep rich people rich. You had to have at least $25 million to talk to my team. I've also been a financial advisor where I work with low to moderate income people, showing them how to invest so they can make financially educated decisions. I've worked with single parents. I work with couples. I work with celebrities. I work with people who didn't grow up with money, but want to have money and make the right decisions so that they can live the life that they want forever. So I've been in the financial industry for over 15 years. I have created programs that have been implemented in the school system. I have created programs that have been implemented and taught by me in the prison system. I have went on television showing 10-year-olds how to buy stock. I used to work on Wall Street. Listen, there's no aspect of money that I haven't seen. Tanya, Kamika, Faith, Shannon, if I can show an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, kids how to invest, I know I can show you. So my perspective of money isn't because of it's something I read in a book. This is what I've been doing literally my entire career. My story has never changed, right? When I left my Wall Street job, my job was to financially empower the 99%. Wall Street often overlooked. So this is me. I look really skinny in this picture. I started my Wall Street career back in 2007. I became a full-time entrepreneur in 2013. So I went to the best HBCU in the world, Howard University, majored in finance, had 4 internships. I landed my job in New York City, working with millionaires and billionaires. I literally saw where they invested, where they shopped, where they traveled. I saw how they saved for their invested for their kids. I saw how they avoided taxes. Like I saw everything. And I got to a space where I felt like I'm making 6 figures in my early 20s. And I thought I was rich. But when you're around millionaires and billionaires and you realize what you make in a year is what they pay in a fee for hundreds of their mutual funds, I realized that for something we use every day of our life, why isn't it taught in our school system? Why do I have to major in finance, work on Wall Street to get exposed to how to invest my money, how to build my wealth? They don't teach you how to buy a house, how to get a car, how to file your taxes, how to invest. None of this is taught in the school system. And I got exposed to it, not because I grew up with money, because I didn't. I'm the first person in my family to go to college, but I had to learn working with rich people. And so I realized that I got to a point in life where I felt, you ever been in a point in life where you felt like you hit a ceiling? You're doing good, right? Like you got a good job, you're making good money, but you know there's something more. There's something more out there for you. You want to push yourself to the next level, but this ain't it. I felt like on Wall Street, I hit a ceiling. I looked good on paper. I'm making 6 figures. I got the clothes. I'm traveling the world. But I got to a point where I felt like there's something more out there. So guess what I did? I ended up quitting my job July 2013. I have been a business owner for 10 years because I felt like for something we use every single day of our life, why aren't we taught this? I want to be the woman. I want to create the company that can financially empower the world and literally impact the people Wall Street overlook, right? So I quit my job. Didn't know what I was going to do, didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew that Ashley Marie Fox was going to change the world because there are not many Black women who got exposed to what I got exposed to and have the desire to show the everyday person like you, Jonathan, like you, Monique, like you, Maze, to financially show you and impact your life without you having to go to Wall Street, right? So here's what I realized when I quit. I realized I had the best career on Wall Street, but I wasn't the best with my money. How many of you right now, type in me in the chat. I want to see who's honest here. How many of you right now can say you make good money, but you're not good with money? You make good money, but you're not good with money, right? I was making 6 figures. I thought, I had nice clothes. I didn't know what I was doing with money because it was always coming in. But what happens when the money stops, right? I left my Wall Street job to become an entrepreneur. I went from having $30,000 to $0 in a matter of months. I got kicked out my Harlem apartment, maxed out credit cards, negative bank accounts. I lost everything. I had to sell my investments until there was nothing left. And I had to move back to my parents' house in Philly, where I'm from, and I had to start over. But here's what I realized. I realized that investments can help you start your journey to financial freedom. I know they tell you to save your money, retire. Listen, how many of you want to start a business? Comment business in the chat if you want to start a business. How many of you want to travel the world? Comment travel in the chat. How many of you want to pay down debt? Comment debt free in the chat. What if your investments put you in that position? I use my investments to help me start Amplify. If it wasn't for my stocks and all my investments, I would not be here with you today. But here's what else I realized. I realized that we all deserve to be that wealthy client. And I realized that spending money and looking good had nothing to do with creating passive income. So I had the money, I had the job, but I had no passive income. I started investing because I saw rich people do it. So you got to recognize, I don't care what you're going through right now, who you are today has gotten you this far. If you want a different life and you want to create more and do more, you have to change who you are, what you do, who you hang around, and what you consume. Because today is the first day of the rest of your life. We are in the fourth quarter of 2023. You got 90 something days to get your life together, to hit the goals and do what you said you wanted to do financially. How many of you set up? How many of you said you had, how many of you said you had financial goals? You set goals at the top of the year. And how many of you can honestly say you pushed yourself to the next level, right? Comment next level. If you know these next 90 days is personal. You got to dominate and close out this year. We don't need a new year to get started. You got today. You have today, right? So let's fast forward to 2023. Moved out my parents' house. I live in a beautiful apartment in Atlanta. I built my business. I travel the world. These are pictures of me in Australia, Paris, Peru. I booked a one-way ticket to Paris, but here's why I tell you this. I lived in Paris for 3 months, and my stocks funded my whole trip. I was living in 4 and 5-star hotels, 4 and 5-star hotels because of my stocks. So when I say we're gonna learn how to build this wealth, but you got to put these investments to work. You got to say, I'm investing in this because this is going to fund my trip. Comment right now. If you guys had, let's say $5,000-$6,000 coming in passive income from your investments that you're going to learn about here today. Comment where you want to travel. Where do you want to travel, right? Because again, you have to use these investments to fund the life that you want. It's fine to have a job, but having a good job is not going to get you far. And we all can attest to that. So you got to do a little bit more and be a little bit stronger, go a little bit farther and put in the work to create the life that you want. I drive my dream car. I'm a former writer for Forbes, Black Enterprise, Essence Magazine. I'm an international speaker. I get paid to travel the world to either tell my story or teach the world how to effectively build wealth. Just recently, I was named as one of the top voices in finance on LinkedIn. I was featured in Inc. magazine as one of the top 5 Black founders working to make the financial system more equitable. My company, Amplify, has partnered with tons of companies, from WeWork to TD Bank to Simon Property Group, which is a REIT, by the way, to Wells Fargo, to United Way, to Accenture. Companies work with Amplify, the company that I created, because they want to financially empower and serve you, but they don't know how to do it. So they come to Amplify because we know what you need, how you need it, and to get you to produce results. Comment results in the chat, because I'm not here to get you excited. You're going to be a little motivated listening to me. I'm here to execute. I'm here to put in the work. We got little less than literally, we got like 90 days this year to dominate. The year is over. So the woman you're talking to today, I've made over $1 million running my dream company. I've helped over 1 million people across the world with our financial programs. Our investment programs have helped thousands of people become first-time investors. If you are a first-time investor, comment first time in the chat. I want you to say it proud, say it loud, and be excited that you are here today, because it takes a lot to show up. We had thousands of people sign up for this class, but how many of us showed up? I've been featured in Inc. magazine, CNBC, Forbes, ABC. I've been featured a bunch of places. So I want you to understand, the woman you're talking to today, I didn't always have 15 years of experience, but I'm about to give you my 15 years of experience, all the lessons I learned, all the money that I lost, all the mistakes that I made, so that you don't have to go work on Wall Street to get this knowledge. I'm going to give you Wall Street knowledge today, because that's where I used to work. I'm going to give you knowledge and serve you today, because I know what it feels like to make millions of dollars. I know what it feels like to not have money. I know what it feels like to be the recipient of generational wealth. So right now, I need you guys to understand, the woman you're talking to today has a different mindset. The woman you see on the left side of the screen is making $5,500 working at one of the biggest banks in the world. The woman on the right makes over $250,000 a month. Same woman, different mindset. So again, you're going to grow, then your bank account will grow. If you don't grow, your bank account won't grow. I promise you right now, if you tell me the balance in your bank account right now, I can tell you what you're thinking about. So where you are financially is cool. That's fine. But how many of you want to do better? Comment better in the chat. How many of you want to be better? You deserve better. You want better. Because I'm going to give you the game right now. I'm going to teach you. But things are not taught, they are caught. You got to be able to receive what I'm giving you. Because again, I can teach you everything and I can get you excited. But how many of you are going to execute? How many of you want to execute right now? How many of you are going to use speed and do what you need to do to effectively create the life that you want? So now all of that, I didn't always invest in dividend stocks or REITs, right? I didn't even know what that stuff was, to be honest. I learned about REITs working with billionaires because I used to watch their kids. Their kids will be getting $50, $60, $70, $80,000 a year, right? And they were taking money out their accounts, but their portfolio wasn't moving. And so in my mind, like, how are they getting this passive income? These are the trust fund babies. Like, this is what the kids in college used to live off when mommy and daddy would give them some money, right? And I realized that they were living off dividends. So I said, what is this dividend thing? I want you to also know, I started investing because I saw rich people do it. They started with $100 million. I started with $100. I didn't care. So I made my first REIT investment because I wanted to get into real estate, right? But I lived in New York. I lived in Harlem. I didn't want to buy a house in Harlem. I didn't want to take out, how many of you don't want to take out any more debt, right? I didn't want to take out debt. I didn't even know if I was going to spend the rest of my life in New York. As you can see, I live in Atlanta now. Like, I didn't know. So I didn't want to go buy a property, and I didn't want to manage a property either, right? So I learned that REITs were another way for me to invest, collect passive income without having to manage a property, do any work, or use my credit. So my goal is to get to $10,000 a month. And I'm on track. I want $10,000 a month just in dividends. Now I run a business. I got multiple streams of income, but I still want that money working for me. How many of you have kids? Type in parent in the chat if you have a child that you love, that you're taking care of. I'm an auntie. And I have a niece that's 6 years old. My niece will never have to take out a student loan like I did to go to Howard University. My niece will never have to use credit card debt to start her business like I did to start Amplify. My niece will never get kicked out of an apartment because she didn't have money like I didn't have when I wanted to start my business. My niece will never have to borrow from the bank because she has to. She's going to own the bank because she owns stock in that company. She's going to get paid in dividends from the bank that she puts her money in. So we got to start thinking different. So all of you who are parents, I'm going to talk about how you can invest for your kids. I'm going to talk about how you can invest for your kids, but I need you to understand this. Whatever we talk about today that you're doing for you, you got to make sure you do it for your children. Because I started with $35 a month for my niece because I didn't have a lot. She was just born. I had just started making money with Amplify, right? So let's talk about the money you're leaving on the table, right? So Simon Property Group, how many of you live in a big city, a major city that has a major mall? Have you ever been to a mall and saw the word Simon? Comment yes. I live in Atlanta. Phipps and Lenox Mall are owned by Simon, right? I'm from Philadelphia. King of Prussia Mall is a Simon Property Mall, right? So how many of you have seen a Simon Mall? Simon is the largest mall operator in America. But guess what Simon is? Simon is a REIT, a real estate investment trust, which means if that company is a REIT, that property is owned by a REIT, that means that you can collect passive income. That means you can collect passive income. Let's talk about Simon. March of 2020, Simon was $48.84. This is literally when COVID started. Malls were shut down. Everybody on the internet was like, why are you buying Simon? Nobody shops anymore. Because everybody thought we were going to be stuck in a house forever. I know how America works. America can't work if you don't spend money. Therefore, America's going to figure out how to get us outside. Simon price dropped. Literally, little over a year later, November 2021, Simon went up to $170. Guess what happened? Outside started to open. Imagine buying a REIT for $48 and it grew to $170. We're talking about a 3.5% return, over 300% return, and you did nothing. Nothing. You just bought it. So the first thing I want you to recognize, I don't care how scared you are of investing, the longer you wait, the more money you're leaving on the table. Because if you would have learned how to invest in 2020, which I'm pretty sure you wanted to invest, but you weren't investing, you would have made a killing. You would have made a killing. And Simon would have been paying you dividends. They would have been paying you dividends. So the first thing you need to recognize is when you start learning and you start implementing, you got to do it immediately because you're leaving money on the table. Now look at Simon's price today. Simon is down right now. You know why? We're in a recession. Interest rates are high. But here's the thing. What if Simon is 108 right now and a year from now it goes back to 170? Because Simon still is paying their dividend. They actually just raised their dividend. Imagine investing in something because the price is down, because the commercial real estate industry is taking a hit, and then you wait because you're not here to get rich quick. You're here to collect passive income. And then the price of that REIT goes back up to 170. You would have almost doubled your money because you learned what a REIT was. You implemented the day you started learning, and you started to recognize that you cannot save or work your way to wealth. How many of you know how to save? How many of you people who are good savers, right? How many of you have good jobs, but you still aren't wealthy? How many of you own a home, but you still aren't wealthy? We got to recognize that the way America has taught you how to build wealth wasn't created to benefit you. It was created to benefit America. I want you to really recognize, once you know the rules of the game, you can play this game. But I want you to recognize Simon is the #1 mall operator in the world. I'm pretty sure all of you have been to a Simon Mall if you live in America. But if you are okay with shopping at a mall, but you won't question and ask yourself, how do I own that mall? How do I collect income from that mall? You're not in the right class. Because I'm talking to the people who want to learn, who want to implement, but who want to also let go of who they used to be. Because the old you said, Ashley, I'm scared. But scared money doesn't make money. You got to take action. Let's talk about Target. Let's talk about, how many of you shop at Target? Comment Target in the chat if you shop at Target. Target in 2008 was $39. $39. In 2021, Target was $260. Imagine if in 2008, when the market crashed, you bought Target at $40. And then in 2021, it grew to $260. $260. That's over a 500% return right there. I don't even know how big of a return that is. How many of you are also okay with giving all your, I see all the little memes on social media, people going to Target, going for one thing, leave out with 100 things. And that's okay. But here's the thing. My niece does the same thing, but she owns stock in Target, and she's 6. My niece just went to Target the other day to buy toys. And you know what I said to her? We're going to buy some Target stock. And guess what Target does? Target pays a dividend too. Target actually has been paying a dividend, which is that passive income you get. Target's been doing that for 25 years. Yet we brag about shopping at Target, not recognizing Target makes $100 billion every year. Why? Because we all love Target. So it's one thing to go shopping, and it's another thing to go shopping in the stock market. It's another thing to give your money to the company, and it's another thing for that company to give you money in the form of a dividend. So I'm challenging you. Everything you touch, everything you use, everything you consume, get yourself into a space where you question, can I own that building? Can I own that company? So the purpose of this class today, we're going to cover 4 key ways where you can effectively learn how to build passive income by investing in stocks that pay dividends and REITs, real estate, that with less than 200. Because I'm saying, listen, everybody says, I don't have a lot of money, I'm scared. I'm just telling you to start. You don't have to dump millions of dollars, but if you don't start, you'll never make millions of dollars. Then we're going to walk through how to generate consistent cash flow, right? So I'm going to show you how to calculate the cash flow, how to determine when you get paid and how you get paid and which investments pay you. And then I can talk about how you guys can work alongside me step by step to get you the support you need to become a full-blown REIT investor, a full-blown stock investor that's able to collect passive income. So are we ready? Let me take a sip of my water. Are we ready? Comment. As you can see, listen, my heart is pumping right now. I haven't even gotten to the number. Wait till I get to the numbers, right? Wait till I get to the numbers. Right now, I want you guys to share this live class right now with 3 people. Because we're about to go in. Every first question is actually, how do I start? I'm about to tell you how to start. Comment, let's go, Michelle. Michelle says, let's go. Lisa says, let's go. Shalana says, let's go. Listen, I'm seeing everybody saying, I guess you're saying you're ready because you're ready for me to go, right? David says, let's go. Carrion says, let's go. Oriana says, let's go. All right, let's do it. Number 1, open a brokerage account. You want to know how to buy a REIT? You got to get a brokerage account. Brokerage account takes less than 5 minutes to open. You go online to open the account. We're not going to branches anymore. I know some of you are used to going to the bank. That's fine. You might be old school. Listen, we're trying to get money, and it's 2023. So let's get 2023 money. 2023, we're using our phones and the computers. You got to open a brokerage account. No, we're not buying REITs in your 401k. No, I'm not talking about an IRA. I'm talking about a brokerage account. The reason I say a brokerage account, because a brokerage account allows you to put as much money as you want. They allow you to take out as much money as you want whenever you want it. with no rules or stipulations. 401ks, IRAs, they got rules. I used to have a 401k, I have an IRA, I have a traditional and a Roth. They're completely fine. But when I wanted to travel to Paris, I didn't go in those accounts to get the money. I went in my brokerage account. So if you don't want to just have your money sitting there for 20 years and waiting until you're 59 and a half, open a brokerage account. And this also applies to everyone who lives in another country outside of America. Yes, you open a brokerage account. I'm gonna show you the accounts to use. Now, nowadays, there's a lot of new accounts. You got Stash, Robinhood, SoFi, Acorns. They're all new apps. When I left Wall Street, the world was different. People weren't talking about investing like they are today, right? So these are the new accounts. These are great to start. If we're going to play this billionaire game, if we want to type in millions in the chat, if you really want to make millions, if we want to play this millions game, we got to go to the vets. So I like to think of the newer accounts like a NBA player that just got drafted, right? They're hot right now. They're making good money, but they're new. They're not a Michael Jordan. They're not a LeBron James. They're not a Magic Johnson. They're not a Kobe. They haven't been doing this for a while, right? I see some of you commenting billions. Listen, okay, if we're trying to get billions, then the new apps, they're good to start, not to finish. So again, great companies, changing the world, but I come from Wall Street. The accounts I use are on this screen right here. Take a picture of this right now. TD Ameritrade, and Charles Schwab, E-Trade, Fidelity, and Vanguard. Now, again, if your company is not on the screen, it doesn't mean it's bad. It just didn't make my top pick. Stockpile is a phenomenal account for children. So if you have a child and you want to invest, Stockpile is a great account for kids. Great account for kids. Now, again, these are my top ones. These are either companies that I use, my family uses, or the members inside of our Wealth Builders community app use. These are my top picks. All the brokerage accounts that exist, they're all regulated by the same company. They're fine. The features are different. You might not get all the investments inside of them, right? Now, those of you who are not from America, write this down. Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers. They are phenomenal. Go to them first. They work with all the countries. Interactive Brokers. You can Google the company. They'll be there. Interactive Brokers is a phenomenal account. Whether you live in Canada, Australia, Africa, UK, the Caribbean, South America, North America, I don't care where you live. Interactive Brokers typically works for everybody. They are a great account that allows you to get access and implement everything we're going to talk about during this class, okay? All right, boom. All my parents that have kids, in order to invest for a child, you have to open a custodial account. Now, a custodial account is an account for the child. It's in their name, but it is ran by you, the adult. So if it's ran by you, the adult, you're in charge until the child is 18. You can put the money in. You can tell other people to give you money. You control that, but it's in the child's name. Now, when you open the account, you do need their information, birthday, their social, their address, as well as your information. For children, I personally like both Fidelity and Vanguard. Fidelity and Stockpile for kids. Vanguard is good, but Fidelity is a little bit easier to use. So I think it's a great account to use when you have children. So these are my two accounts that I like for kids. Going back, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Fidelity, Vanguard are my top accounts to use for investors. If you did not see your company on the screen, it doesn't mean it's bad. It just didn't make my top accounts. That's all that it means, right? All right, now, we all know how to buy REITs, how to buy stocks. You got to get a brokerage account. Now, number two, the best way to invest in real estate, to do the least amount of work, in my opinion, is to have a trusted partner who knows what you don't know. So now let me ask you a question. If you knew someone who had been invested in real estate for years, right? They've been invested in real estate for years. They own tons of properties, have tons of tenants. They do all the work. And you know a lot of people have invested in them and they give out passive income every quarter. Never missed a payment. They're consistently giving you money. And they're experienced in real estate. Would you invest in them? Take a second and answer this question. They do all the work. They have all the experience. They are qualified. You know people that have invested with them. They are consistent. They are reliable. They're giving out income. They're managing everything and doing all the work, right? So I'm seeing some of you say yes. Tell me why. Why would you invest in this trusted partner? Tell me why. They're going to do all the work. They're going to manage the tenants, collect the money, find the properties, and they're going to pay you. I see it. Listen, Melanie saying yes, Victoria saying yes. Who else? Brianna saying yes. Tanisha, tell me why. Why? Tell me why. So someone says credibility. What else? Free money for me. Okay, proven. They have experience, right? They have a track record. Okay, what else do I see? They've weathered the storm. That's actually a good. I like that. No one's ever said that. Yes, because they have the knowledge. Okay, this is what a REIT is. You literally, a REIT is you investing in that trusted partner. A REIT is a real estate investment trust where literally you, the everyday person, are investing in a company that owns, operates, and manages commercial real estate. REITs were created so that you, Angela, you, Clyde, you, Rodney, the everyday person can invest in income-producing real estate. Now, you buy a REIT on the stock market. That's why you need a brokerage account. That's why you need a brokerage account. Now, the thing about REITs, though, they are the highest, on average, the highest dividend-paying investment. The dividend is the cash you're going to get. They're the highest dividend-paying investment on the stock market because there's a law that says they have to pay you income. So imagine if your trusted partner now, there's a law that says they have to pay you. They have to pay out 90% of their profits to you, the shareholder. 90% of their profits. So now there's a law that says you got to get paid. So when I say you can invest with less than $200, I'm telling you these REITs are less than $200 and they're going to give you passive income because it's the law. They have to. Now, a dividend, when you invest in a REIT, dividend on Wall Street is just another fancy word for passive income. Every 90 days or every month, that REIT is going to give you money. They're going to send it to your brokerage account and it's going to be deposited in your brokerage account and you'll have cash. You can use the cash to buy more. You can use the cash to withdraw it. You can do whatever you want with the cash, but you're going to get paid like clockwork. Every share you buy of a REIT, you're getting income and you're getting paid every month or every quarter. Now, I promise I didn't make this up. REITs have been around since the 1960s. 1960s, Congress passed a law and created REITs. 1961, they created shopping center REITs. So shopping center REITs, malls, then apartment buildings, industrial REITs like warehouses, data centers, government leases, right? The new tax law came out in 2017. We all know who was in office in 2017, and we all know what industry he was into. There was a law put in place, a tax cut, like literally a loophole where you pay less in taxes than the average person if you get income from your REITs. Then the market dropped, the pandemic hit, REITs dropped a little bit, then interest rates went up. 2023, here we are. Rates are up, REITs are down. Commercial real estate is taking a hit. But here's why you don't get scared. Because just because real estate is taking a hit, that just means you're able to get the properties at a cheaper price. You know how many REITs I own that are down 30, 40% right now? They're down, but they're still paying dividends. The price of the REIT does not dictate your passive income. The company's profits dictate your passive income. And as long as that REIT has good tenants that pay consistent rent, you're getting a check. Let me explain. Here's how REITs work. You open a brokerage account. Now follow me here. You open a brokerage account. You deposit your money in a brokerage account. You say, hey, I want to buy Simon. You type in, I want to own 20 shares of Simon. The money will be withdrawn from your brokerage account and you'll buy 20 shares of Simon. So the value of Simon at that point in time, my allergies are acting up. Must be mean I'm too hyped. You own 20 shares of Simon. In exchange for that, you have the asset. The value of the REIT moves. REITs don't really move a lot because REITs are boring. Reason REITs don't move a lot is because people aren't buying and selling them. They're buying them, they're holding them, and collecting the income. The REIT, they go get the money, they acquire the capital, they go build the property, own the property, manage the property, find the tenants, everything. When their tenants, remember, this is commercial real estate. Nobody's buying commercial real estate to flip it. When their tenants pay rent, the REIT makes money. The REIT takes the money from their tenants. They pay all their bills. They pay the company bills, and the profit that is left over, 90% has to go to all the shareholders. So the more shares you buy, the more cash you get. Let's look at it just like real estate. The more properties you buy, the more income you get because you have more tenants. The only difference is, one, it takes 5 seconds to buy a REIT. 2, it takes 5 seconds to sell a REIT if you want the money. 3, you don't have to manage any tenants. 4, you don't have to borrow any money because I own a REIT that's $9, and I'm going to talk about that later today, right? You don't have to do any of the heavy lifting because they do all the work for you, right? They do all the work for you. Now, here's what you need to know. Dividends from a regular stock is a bonus. It's a bonus. It's a bonus. They don't have to, dividend stocks don't have to pay a dividend. They do. It looks bad if they don't, especially if they start and stop. But REITs, by law, have to pay you income. So now you have a way to get into real estate where there's a law that says you have to get paid, right? Now, you got to also understand, you got to know your goals before investing in these investments, right? You got to know what you want, how much you want, when you want it, because you can dump a bunch of money in REITs. You can dump a bunch of money in REITs and get a lot of income. Or you can start small and build big. Let's talk taxes. A lot of you are asking, do you pay taxes? You pay taxes every time you make money. Make the money first, then we talk taxes. But yes, you do pay taxes. But if you make $100,000 at your job, and I make $100,000 in dividends from my REITs, I'm paying less taxes than you because investors have loopholes. America is not divided by color. It's not divided by gender. It's not divided by class. It's divided by investors and business owners and then employees. That's it. So either you're going to only be an employee or you're going to be an employee and an investor, an employee and a business owner, or you could be all three. I'm technically all three. I own a business, I'm an employee for my business, and I'm an investor. So if you want to learn how to avoid taxes, you're going to have to be an investor and or an employee. But I'm telling you right now, if when I sold my stock, when I went to Paris, I sold a lot of Tesla shares and Amazon shares. I had those stocks for like maybe 3-4 years. When I sold my stocks, I paid less in taxes. I paid about half the amount of taxes you pay at your job. And I made money just like you make money at your job. So you got to recognize, if you're going to play this money game, if you're going to change your family's legacy, it's not going to be easy doing it only being an employee. You have to stop giving your money to all these people and recognize that all these rich people in America own all these rich companies that we use. And when they are publicly traded, and if it's owned by a REIT, you can make money off of these companies. Now, number 3, when you make these, so you got the account. We all know how REITs work. Comment REIT in the chat, and you better spell it right. REIT. I need to know you're listening. Real Estate Investment Trust. The reason it has a trust at the end of it is because REITs are protected with taxes. REITs don't pay corporate taxes. So in exchange for not paying corporate taxes, REITs have to give you money. A REIT is not a REIT if they don't give you money because they have to pay corporate taxes. They have to. So imagine doing no work and having to get paid because it's the law, all because the company doesn't pay corporate taxes. That's the advantage. So now we know what a REIT is. I'm seeing everybody comment REIT in the chat. We know how a REIT works. They own the properties, buy the properties, manage the properties, but they own commercial properties that have tenants. Tenants pay rent. Rent is used by the REIT to pay bills. Profit left over gets paid to you. You get the biggest cut of the REIT's profit if you own the most shares. That's how it goes. Now, number 3, understand which REITs and dividend stocks are best positioned to pay you forever. Because I'm not here to get money sometimes. I'm here to get money all the time. There are REITs that have been paying out dividends for over 20, 30 years. Never missed a payment, ever. Now, let me ask you a question. What commercial real estate are you using? Is the world using during a recession? Think about it. Because as long as you use the commercial real estate, somebody got to pay rent. So talk to me here. What commercial real estate are you using during a recession. What are you using? What are companies using? What are your friends using? Talk to me. I like that. I see groceries. Be more specific. Walmart, the bank, okay? Do you know that Walmart doesn't own all their buildings? They pay REITs too. Hospitals, they're owned by REITs too. Grocery stores, they're owned by REITs too. Shopping centers, Target. Do you know that Target is really not in the business of real estate? They pay rent too. Amazon. Talk to me a little bit more about Amazon, Troy. What you mean? You're actually right, but I want to know what you're talking about. McDonald's owns a lot of their real estate. McDonald's is out. McDonald's owns a lot. Funny, McDonald's actually was going to become a REIT. People were telling McDonald's to become a REIT. They're not a REIT. They're more of just a stock, but they're not a REIT. They were trying to get McDonald's to be a REIT because they own a lot of their real estate. Gas stations, doctors' offices. I love it. Now take a picture of this slide. Here are the different types of REITs that exist. Office buildings, industrial buildings, which are warehouses, right? Shalonda, Amazon. Do you ever think when I buy all these things on Amazon, where do they store my stuff? In a warehouse. Amazon is not in the business of real estate. They're in the business of getting you your stuff fast. Amazon pays rent to REITs. Let me tell you two of them. Don't forget this. Stag Industrial, STAG. That's one of Amazon's landlords. It's a REIT. It's less than $40 and they pay every month. The second REIT that's Amazon's landlord is a company called Prologis. Prologis. That REIT, I think that REIT is actually kind of better than Stag. It doesn't pay every month. They pay every quarter, I believe. They're a little bit more expensive. I think they're less than $120, but that's Amazon's landlord. Do you know that I own stock in Amazon? I own Stag and Prologis. I own the REIT. I have the S&P 500 inside of my index life insurance policy. So and Amazon is inside the S&P. I own an ETF that has Amazon. As you can see, I'm obsessed with Amazon. But sometimes I think I'm Amazon's biggest customer too. I literally bought ketchup today off of Amazon. I buy everything. So again, I have no problem spending money. I like nice things. But everything I touch that a company that I like and believe in, I'm owning it. I'm not proud walking into Target because I'm shopping and I walk out with a lot of stuff. I'm proud because both myself and my niece own stock in Target. And every 90 days, they're giving us money. And I don't care how much money they give you. I don't. I would rather have something versus nothing. But let me tell you something. We make hundreds of dollars from Target because we own stock in Target. Storage facilities, data centers, everything. Where's your data stored in your phone? In a data warehouse. Healthcare, senior homes, hospitals. Do you know that billboards are REITs? If you ever look at a billboard and you see Lamar in the middle, that's a REIT. Lamar is a REIT. Costco, you're right. Shopping centers, malls, hotels and resorts. Commercial real estate is owned by 3 different types of entities: a person, a company, or a REIT. 1 out of every 3 properties is owned by a REIT. REITs have trillions of dollars in real estate. Trillions. I guarantee you, if you look at your city skyline, one of those office buildings are owned by a REIT. One of them is owned by a REIT. Sorry, guys, my allergies are literally acting up. Good thing I'm not sneezing on you, though. All right, let's go deeper. Here are some REITs. Simon Property Group, $108 right now. Digital Realty, that's a data warehouse, $121. They got clients like AT&T, HBO, Prologis, I already talked about it. Amazon, $112. Realty Income, they pay dividends every single month. They have tenants like Walgreens, Dollar General, AMC, literally. So when I say the majority of all REITs are less than $200, I promise you, the majority of them are less than $200. Just recently, I saw somebody say MGM. MGM actually is in on this deal. Realty Income is known as the monthly dividend company. They take pride in telling the world that they pay you every month. Literally, they pay you every single month. Realty Income, in partnership with Blackstone, invested almost $1 billion to buy the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas. How many of you comment Vegas if you've been to Vegas? I've been to Vegas like at least 20 times, maybe like 12. Do you know that the Vegas hotels are owned by REITs too? A lot of them are. A lot of them. Meaning every time you stay at a hotel in Vegas, you stay at the Bellagio, you stay at the Venetian, you stay at Caesars. Literally, when you pay money, The REIT collects it. They pay their bills. The extra money goes to whoever owns the REIT. Do you know why? The reason why I put this on the screen is because everybody's telling you, oh, interest rates are high. The world's falling apart. Why would we buy commercial real estate? It's bad. But we have a company that literally just made a purchase and bought a hotel. So clearly they're doing okay in the state of a bad economy. So just because the industry is down doesn't mean you can't make money. Just because the news is telling you what's negative doesn't mean I'm not getting paid every single month because I own this REIT. Every single month. And this REIT, they literally every year, they pay you more money. So imagine you buy this REIT one time, you hold it, and you're getting paid every month, and every year they're increasing it. They've been doing that for over 25 years. 25 years, meaning if you invested in this REIT 25 years ago, one time, you just invested in it, you bought a few shares, you will be getting paid every month. And they never missed a payment. They have increased their dividend over 120 times. I promise you can go to their website. They literally brag about this. You got investments that want to do all the work for you, and they brag about paying people. And then we question why we're financially struggling or we're frustrated is because we're so addicted to spending money. We as soon as we get paid, we pay our bills. We make everybody else rich, and then you look up and say, I don't have any money. I can't invest, Ashley. I don't have any money. I can't live the life that I want. No, you make everyone else a priority first, and you don't pay yourself. Because this REIT right here is $50. You can't tell me that you can't start with $50 so that you can be in a position to get paid every single month. And again, the more shares you own, the more income you get. Now, I promise I'm not making this up. You go to REIT.com. You can see all the REITs that exist. REIT.com. It's a whole national organization. Now, where do you research these REITs? First place I always go is their website. Always go to the investor relations website. Simon has their own website. You can see all their tenants. You can see how much they pay in dividends. You can see when they're paying a dividend. You can see who they're buying, when they're you can see everything. Realty Income, they have a really cool website. Now, another place you want to look, you also want to know how much they're paying because that matters. NASDAQ dividend history, right? Those of you who comment notebook. If your notebook is open and you're taking notes, I just want to make sure I'm not talking. We got over 2,000 people in this class right now, over 2,500 people. I want to make sure that we're learning right now. I want to comment notebook if you're taking notes. You also can look at the financial news. And let me give you something about the news. Typically, REITs are not in the news, right? They're really boring. Like they're not that stock you're gonna see on the internet people talking about. They're boring. People buy REITs for income. Very rarely will you flip your money with a REIT. The only time I flipped my money with a REIT was when the REIT dropped drastically because the market crashed. The reason why this is so important is the economy is down. When the economy is down, so are prices, meaning you can get in cheaper. Come back to me in a year, 2 years, when everything is okay with the economy. I promise you a lot of these REITs are going to be up. They're going to be up and they're still going to be paying you income. If you can get a REIT that's down and still paying you income, because remember, the amount of cash flow you get from the REIT is not impacted by the price of the REIT. It's not. The price moves, but that income remains. As long as that company's paying a dividend, that number doesn't change as the price changes. Your Realty Income pays me every single month. Never misses a payment. Never misses a payment. Now, let's talk about Dividend Aristocrat. Those of you who want to go more safer route, no business is safe, any business, but there's levels to investing. Dividend Aristocrats, they're the boring stocks too. Why? Because they're the old, seasoned companies. I like to call dividend stocks like the Jay-Z's of the world. The new rappers nowadays, they might be hot, but that doesn't mean they're going to stay that way forever. Jay-Z has had his run. He's been around for a while. He's not going to shoot up in price, but he will gradually produce a profit for you because he's not new to this. Dividend Aristocrats are companies that have been paying out dividends and increasing their dividend every year for 25 years. Comment 25 in the chat. Imagine being paid and someone paying you more for 25 years straight. 25 years straight. And these are companies a lot of you know, like the companies on the screen. But here's the deal. These companies too, Exxon. How many of you pump gas at Exxon? $117. Giving out cash flow. Target, $110, giving out cash flow. Walmart, $159, giving out cash flow. IBM, $140, giving out cash flow. Coca-Cola, giving out cash flow. Procter & Gamble owns everything in your bathroom, paying out cash flow. So these companies are not going to go up and down. You're not going to get a 400% return. It ain't happening. The stocks are boring. But here's why this is important. Remember, a dividend is paid to you after a company pays their bills. So the company has to be profitable enough to pay all their bills and have enough to pay you, which is why the new companies, the companies people talk about on the internet, buy this, they're not able to do that. That's why I said, don't come to this class trying to get rich quick. I'm not the girl to get you rich quick. I come from Wall Street. We don't operate like that. I'm here to make you rich forever. I'm here to help you build wealth that can be passed down to your kids. I'm here to put together that wealth ecosystem that I learned on Wall Street. We're covering all bases here. All bases here. Now, number 4, you following me? Let me breathe a little bit. Are we ready? Because now, listen, we're about to talk numbers. Comment ready in the chat because I'm ready to talk numbers now. Are we learning something? Comment ready in the chat if we're learning. Are we learning? Are we learning? Are we recognizing, hey, Ashley, this is not as hard as I thought it was. Hey, Ashley, you made me curious, but all the pieces are coming together. Are we learning something? Comment yes. Are you picking up what I'm putting down right now, right? Let's get to number 4. Now, number 4, invest in REITs and stocks that can consistently pay you high dividends. Remember, REITs have to pay you a dividend, but you want them to be consistent and high. Write this down. 5 to 17%. You're going to find REITs that can give you a good REIT, unless the price is down crazy and it could grow a lot. But I would say, let's say 4 to 17. Let's do 4 to 17%. If you have a REIT that's giving you a minimum of 4%, that's a good dividend. Now you can go as high as I got a REIT that pays out 16. I'm gonna give it to you. 16% on that, literally what you put up every year like clockwork. And remember, a good REIT will increase your cash flow. You don't need 1 million shares to get passive income. You need to start to get passive income. Because if you are willing to work for 5, 10, 15, 20 years of your life, you better be willing to invest every single month so that you don't ever have to work a day in your life. No, you're not going to get rich quick. But how many of you right now make passive income? How many of you right now get at least $250 in passive income? You got to start somewhere. Now, in order to find out if a REIT or stock pays passive income, when you pull up the stock chart, there's going to be a percent at the bottom. If there is no percent at the bottom, it doesn't pay a dividend. If there is a percent at the bottom, it pays you cash flow. And you're going to get paid every quarter or every month. Okay? Remember, it'll say DIV yield, it'll say yield, or it'll just say percent on there. If it has a percent, that means you get paid. Now, this is Verizon stock. Verizon. This is a chart of Verizon. Right now, you see at the bottom where I circled it, Verizon's giving 8.2%, right? So in this case, is Verizon in our threshold? Is Verizon in our threshold? Right? Comment yes. Is Verizon in our threshold? Right? Now, Verizon and a lot of telecom stocks, they're taking a hit. Everybody's taking a hit right now. If you find a stock that's not down, that's not normal. Unless some growth stocks are up. That's not normal. So let's talk numbers now. Let's talk numbers. Verizon is $32 right now. $32. $32.41. They're paying 8.21%. Follow me here. Verizon pays $2.61 for every share you own. $2.61 for every share that you own. So the more shares you buy, the more income you get. Now let's take it a step further. Let's say you want to buy 10 shares of Verizon, 10 shares. You're going to spend $324. Every year, you're going to get $26, right? You put in $324 in your savings account. How much are you getting back? Ask yourself that. Now, Verizon pays a dividend every quarter. So you're going to get $26 in total, but you're going to get $6.52 every 90 days. So the dividend numbers are quoted annually, just like your savings account, but some of them are paid monthly, some of them are paid quarterly. So ask yourself, again, you can buy 1 share of Verizon, you can buy 2, you can buy 10,000. Let's buy 10,000 shares of Verizon. Let's talk. 10,000 shares of Verizon, you're going to put up $324,000, right? You don't got to put it all up at one time. Let's say over time, you get to a space where you invest in 10,000 shares of Verizon. You're still getting that 8%. So I don't care if you buy 1 share of Verizon or 1 million shares, you're still getting that percent because the company says for every share you own, I'm giving you $2.61. That's what 8% is. So annually, you're going to get $26,000. Quarterly, you're going to get $6,500. So that's literally on average about $2,300 a month. Look at it this way. You can buy a property for $324,000. And then you can get $2,300 a month in rent. The numbers are the number. I don't care how you get paid. The difference is not everybody has $324,000 to go buy a property. Not everybody has time to go find the tenant and manage a tenant. And here's what you need to also recognize. If you ever take out a loan to buy a property, you do not own the property. The bank does. Because if you ever miss a payment, guess what they're taking from you? The property. I don't make any payments on my Verizon stock. And Verizon pays me. Nobody can take that. And here's what's even crazier. If I ever wanted to go get a loan, I could use Verizon and their stock that I own as leverage to get access to money. Right now, I have so much money in stocks and investments. If I wanted to go borrow $1 million, they would give it to me because I have assets. You don't need a credit score to invest. You need a credit score to get access to money you don't have. When I worked on Wall Street, we never ran anybody's credit report. Do you think Jay-Z and Beyonce had their credit ran when they went to go buy their homes in California? No, the bank looks at their assets. How much assets do you have? The world tells you get this credit score. You know why? Because they need you to take out debt in order for America to work. If you stop taking out debt, America can't work. It can't. It just wouldn't work. If you took all your money out of a savings account, America would definitely fall apart. Definitely will fall apart. So the point I'm making is, I'm not telling you that to not go buy a property. I'm telling you, you can invest $324,000 in Verizon. That's if you buy 10,000 shares, or you could put up $32. An 8% return on $32 is the same 8% return on $324,000. You put up more, you get more. You buy more houses, you get more income. The problem is we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything. You sit here and tell me you're scared, but we're okay with borrowing money from a bank that charges us an interest, that takes this money from out of somebody else's savings account. The money that you put in the savings account, it does not sit there. They loan it to people who buy houses, who take out car loans, who take out student loans. So now the system is telling you, let me save your money here. I'm going to give you 5% in interest. Oh my God, save with me so that I can take all this money you give me and go loan it to somebody who wants to go take out a mortgage. Loan it to somebody that needs a credit card at a 25% interest rate. That's why America tells you to go get a job, then you get a job to pay for school. It's how it works. If you stop taking out debt, there's no America. People get so scared about the stock market. What if I lose money? The stock market can't go nowhere. It's too many billionaires attached to the stock market. Nobody's losing. Listen, let me tell you one thing. And this is when I knew America was a little bit rigged. There's a button that somebody, I don't know who the somebody is, pushes to stop the stock market. When the stock market drops too much, they can stop it. They can stop it. Literally. So let me tell you one place you don't ever have to worry about going bankrupt. It's America. Let me tell you another thing. When America is in trouble, guess what they do? They print money. That's why everybody got all those stimulus checks. We printed $2 trillion. Imagine if every time you had a money problem, you press the button and you can print money. This is the country we live in. So you're scared to invest? No, I'd be scared to constantly save. I'd be scared to constantly only rely on my job. I'd be scared to constantly take out debt to borrow money that I can't afford to pay back. But we're scared to invest $32 in a Verizon stock. I've had Verizon since I was like 12. I'm 34 years old. How many of us cancel our cell phone when we lose our job? Absolutely nobody. That's why they can consistently pay a dividend. Now let's take it a step further. That was a dividend stock. Let's talk about REITs. Now look at the bottom of that. Look at the bottom of this chart. What's that number say at the bottom of this chart? Because that's what this REIT is paying. Verizon gave me 8. This is giving me 16%. Tell me what bank gives you 16% right now, recession or not. Recession or not. 16%. Now look at the price of that REIT. Don't you sit here and tell me you don't have money. Don't you sit here and tell me you can't do this. Because this is a REIT that has tenants like FedEx, like Truist Bank, like Home Depot, like Dick's Sporting Goods. They are tenants. They have tenants all over this country. Don't sit here and tell me you don't have $9.61 and that 16% is not a lot of money. Oh, I need to put up money to get a good return. If you put up $9.61, tell me where you're getting 16% every year. Tell me, because I'll listen to you too, where I don't have to do any work at all. It takes me 5 seconds to buy this REIT. 5 seconds. Type in GNL, however many shares, buy. That's it. Close out my account, go back to work. Now let's talk some numbers. GNL, $9.61. Let's say the same thing. Let's buy 10,000 shares of GNL. Remember, you could buy 1. You could buy 10. You could buy 2. Every share, you're getting $1.60. Every share you own, you're getting $1.60. In order to buy 10,000 shares of GNL, it's $96,000. Remember, Verizon was $324,000. This REIT is $96,000. You're getting 16%. That's $16,000 a year. That's $4,000 a month. That's about $1,300. No, that's $4,000 every 90 days. That's about $1,300 a month. Let's do the math again. Let's say you buy a property for $100,000. Every month you're getting about $1,300. What's the difference? Except I don't have to find the house. I don't have to talk to the tenant. I don't have to manage the property. I damn sure not about to borrow $100,000 from the bank. I don't have to make any payments. The payments come to me. The payments come to me. So you can sell this REIT whenever you want to. Just as fast as you bought it, as fast as you can sell it. I don't have to wait to sell the REIT like I got to do with a house. I don't have to wait for a real estate agent to find me a buyer or a seller. I do it all in my brokerage account. I'm saying all the REITs name. Global Net Lease, PetSmart. They own over 1,300 properties. You're not buying a REIT that owns one property. They've been doing this for years. We had the CEO of this company come talk to all our members. Because I've helped over 5,000 people learn how to invest in REITs. They came to talk to our members. You know why? Because we invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in this company. I got people making thousands of dollars because they just learned about REITs, right? But here's what matters. The average length of their lease is 7 years. They're not signing 1-year leases. They're signing 7-year leases. Literally 96% occupancy. 96% of their properties have tenants in them. In 10 different countries. Over 200 tenants. So even if one person doesn't pay their rent, it doesn't matter. They own 1,300 properties. So again, you're buying a REIT for their experience. You're buying a REIT for their tenants. I need to know that Home Depot is a good enough tenant, because if Home Depot's still in business, my REIT is getting paid. My REIT gets paid, Ashley's getting paid. Ashley's getting paid. Now let's take it a step further. Literally. Let's compare it. Everybody loves savings accounts, and I get all these DMs. What about high yield savings accounts? Let's talk about it. SoFi right now pays 5% in their high yield savings account. High yield savings account, 5%. Everybody loves it, right? Let's say you put up $15,000 in this high yield savings account. You're going to get $750 that year. You're going to get paid every month, but it's going to add up to $750 every year, right? Let's talk G&L. Let's say you take the same $15,000 and you invest in G&L. You're going to get almost $2,500. In the bank, you're getting $750. With the REIT, you're getting $2,500. But let me take it a step further, because this is the part that America also won't tell you. How many of you, comment me in the chat if you have received an email from your bank that says we increased your interest rate? Hooray! How many of you got an email that saying that your savings account has increased their interest rate? I got about 10 of them since the recession. At least great news, we raised your interest rate, right? Listen, Alice is saying me, Warren is saying me, Keisha's saying me. Listen, first thing is, here's what they're not going to tell you. Just as fast as they raise your interest rate on your savings account, they did it on your credit cards, but they didn't announce it. They did it on your credit cards. They did it on your variable interest loans, right? But let me tell you something they won't tell you. The moment this economy starts to get better, which is in the next year, 2 years, I promise you that interest rate is going to go back down. I promise you. Your savings account is not going to stay at 5%, 4%. I don't care what it is. It's not. Let me tell you something. My dividend, if I got a good company, it's going to go up. It's going to go up. And if I got a good company at a good price right now where it's dropped and the economy gets better, when the economy gets better, stock prices go up. When the economy gets better, dividends go up, savings accounts go down. This is why people don't retire off of savings accounts, because you can't rely on a savings account to get reliable income. You can depend on a dividend company that's been paying out dividends for 25 years. They got a better track record than your savings account. Now, yes, the value of your REIT or your stock, the price can move. Yes, but we're not here for that. We're here for income. I bought G&L, I own G&L at like $13. It's down right now, but my dividend is still coming in. You know what I say when I see when I taught this class like 2 weeks ago, G&L was $11. G&L was $11. You know what happens when that price drops? All of the people in my community say G&L's $9, everybody. We going shopping. Because when we're getting the same dividend, but now we're buying it at a cheaper price. It's like buying a house or buying a bunch of houses, and the whole block's value goes down. You're buying all the properties at a cheap price, but you're still charging the same amount of rent. And remember, the price of the REIT does not dictate your pass. There you go, Sabrina. Buy it on sale. So this is what I mean when I tell you, when the market is down, you go shopping. This is when I tell you, you let the economy get better, because as the economy gets better, so does your net worth. So does your passive income. You know, all I say to myself now is, how many shares of Global Net Lease can I get at $9? Can I get at $9? Because what happens when 2, 3, 4, 5 years, G&L goes to 15. Then I made money on the price. Yes, going shopping. Now, REITs are not the same as CDs. CDs are just a glorified savings account that says, hey, I'm going to give you 5%. Let me just keep your money for 6 months. Absolutely not. And I promise you, CDs rates, they're going to go down too. They're going to go down too. G&L is on sale right now. G&L is on sale right now. You're absolutely right. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this stock chart. Where on the right-hand side where it says 52-week high, $15. $15, 52-week high. That means in the past 52 weeks, at some point, G&L was $15. $15. It dropped to $9. We already know why. All commercial real estate is down. REITs are dropping. They're dropping. Does it mean it's going to be like that forever? No. G&L just bought a whole nother company during a recession. They got to figure it out. If a company is buying another company during a recession, that tells you a lot about their bank account. That tells you a lot about their bank account. So comment passive if we're understanding how REITs can create passive income for us. Because listen, all I see is let me get G&L as many shares as I can get at $9. as many shares as I can get at $9. And let me just, I'm down. As long as I'm getting my income, GNL go back up to $15. Now I got in at 9, the price rises at 15. Shucks, GNL go down to $8. That means I'm gonna be paying even cheaper. Because I believe, listen, they own 1,300 properties. One thing about real estate, it ain't gonna fall off the face of the earth. It's not gonna fall off the face of the earth. So remember, you don't need a lot of money to invest. Like, you don't. You need a lot of money to invest in real estate. You also don't need a rocket scientist to tell you what companies are winning right now. You also don't need a credit score or a tenant to make passive income. So check in time. Type in yes in the chat. Was this helpful? Did we learn something? Do we now see how you can invest in real estate, not have to manage the property, not have to borrow from the bank, and not to need a credit score to still collect passive income? It doesn't matter how much you start with. The problem is we're not doing anything. We got money parked in a savings account because we're afraid to lose it. Yet your money's not making anything for you either. You work harder at your job to get less of a raise every year than what I do owning my REITs. So let's recap. First one, open a brokerage account. This is the easiest thing to do in order to buy REITs. Just get a brokerage account. You can't do this in your 401k. You can't pick individual REITs in your 401k. The best way to invest in real estate is to have that trusted partner. You got to get the companies that know what they're doing. Let them manage all the properties. Realty Income owns 13,000 properties, like 13,000. Third one, understand which REITs are best positioned to pay you forever. They got to be solid companies with solid tenants that are reliable and consistent. And then finally, you gotta invest in the stocks and the REITs that can consistently pay you high. Type in the chat. Do you remember what percentage range I said? What is the percentage range when you look for these dividend paying stocks and REITs? What's the range that you want in order to effectively get the income that you need? What is the range? Type it in the chat. Type it in. There we go. Okay, we're listening. All right, now, are we ready to talk about how I can help you? Because we learned a lot today. We learned a lot. We learned a lot in about an hour, right? But now I want to talk about how I can build a clear roadmap and strategy for you to identify the best REITs, the best stocks for your portfolio, but also where you can work directly with me, someone who's helped thousands of people learn how to build wealth and begin investing, but also somebody who's been where you are. So again, I'm talking about the REITs that I invest in, the income that I'm producing, that I'm doing for myself and my family, right? So here's how we're going to do it. Listen, today, my cash flow creation summit starts. Our kickoff is literally in 30 minutes, right? This is a 5-day virtual event, straight days of where I'm showing you how to effectively build cash flow. Now, here's what we're going to do. Day one, the Millionaire Mindset Matrix. This is where we're going to get the mindset. We're going to help you figure out, one, how much you're going to start with, build out that strategy, get you to start thinking like the 1%, because you cannot think about money the way you did before you came to this class. I need you to start walking into buildings and questioning. Ashley said, I might be able to own this building. Let me look up how much this is. What's the dividend that they're paying out, right? Day two, we're going to talk, how many want to be debt-free? Come in debt-free in the chat. We're going to talk about letting go of the debt that you have, but figuring out how we can make more money. Because as we can see, the more shares we own, the higher our income. The higher our income, the quicker we can leave our jobs. The quicker we can travel to all those countries that you guys put in the chat. The quicker you can pay down your debt, right? It's time to think big, right? Now, day three, I'm going to talk about investing in REITs like a pro. So how are we going to invest in these shopping malls? How are we going to invest in these data centers, these hospitals, and these apartment buildings? How are we finding the best REITs that pay out the highest income? Day four, we're going to talk about those dividend stocks. I need the billion-dollar businesses giving me my cash flow. I need those billion-dollar businesses paying for my next trip to Paris, right? And in day five, what good is all of this if you can't pass it down? So I'm going to talk about the tax loopholes that you need to know so you can avoid paying taxes. I'm going to talk about the strategies and tools you need so that your kids are having the passive income. God forbid something ever happens to you. What if your children don't have to struggle the way you did growing up? What if you're making comment in the chat how much passive income you want REITs like GNL to pay you every year? How much do you want coming in every year from these REITs? Let them manage the properties, right? But whatever it is we're building for you, we're building it for our kids. Parents, we're going to talk about what investments you need to start thinking about for your children, right? So we're going to get the right account set up for you and your family. We're going to talk about the knowledge and the resources you need to help you build the highest cash flow, right? I'm seeing the amount you guys are commenting. Listen, put these companies to work. And I don't care if it takes you 1 year, 2 year, 10 year, 20 years. You got to start now, right? We're going to have live training, actionable steps. I'm going to walk you through the investments that I have, but cover the tax strategies and loopholes that you need to effectively learn how to build a passive income. Now, listen, before I get into how you get in the Cash Flow Creation Summit, listen, I'm giving away $500 to fund your REIT portfolio. $500 to the first, within the first 10 minutes, whoever gets their platinum ticket first. My team is going to tell me, I'm giving away $500. We're going to fund that brokerage account and we're going to buy some REITs, right? Now, you got to hurt, though. This is for anybody that gets their platinum ticket, right? Here's how it works. To get your ticket to the summit, we got a platinum ticket. You get access to all 5 days during the summit. Everything is virtual. And just in case you miss a day, yes, you will get the replays, right? You're going to have access to our exclusive Cash Flow Creation Facebook. They're going crazy in the Facebook, right? Then we're going to have a live Q&A session every day. So before the sessions even take place, we are going to be together. I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to make sure my team is there. I'm there. I'm going to be there for you in the group chats. I'm going to be there for you during the sessions. I'm here to push out the results that you need to build this passive income portfolio, right? We're having this exclusive networking mixer. We got a private chat group that you'll be a part of. But most importantly, outside of the Q&As, you're going to be able to get the top 25 dividend stocks, the top 25 REITs. So remember, I told you there's a lot out there, but I'm going to narrow it down. What are the best REITs to consider during a recession? What are the best dividend stocks to consider right now that are good companies that we're going to research together, but we're also going to be able to know and understand what companies, what they're paying and how they're paying it, right? Now, here's how, listen, my Cash Flow Creation right now. Go grab your ticket. The summit starts the first session is tomorrow. The first session is tomorrow. The fastest person to get their platinum ticket, listen, I'm giving you $500 to fund your portfolio before the summit even starts. Literally, go get your platinum ticket. You have access to the Q&As. Tickets are $497. But I want you to understand, I get paid $10,000 to talk for an hour. I actually got paid $15,000 not too long ago to talk for 30 minutes. Listen, and that's for an hour. You guys are getting me. Listen, when I say I blocked off my whole calendar, this is every single thing that I'm not doing nothing. I told my team, don't bother me. I'm focused. This is all brand new content, all brand new guides. We got over 700 people already. Go to mycashflowcreation.com right now. Now, sessions, there's a kickoff call tonight. So right now, if you get your ticket, we got a kickoff call at 9 o'clock. We got a kickoff call at 9 o'clock for all the platinum people that get their tickets. It's a 5-day virtual summit, 5 straight days. Literally, I want you guys to meet Nicole. Now, Nicole just started investing in REITs less than a year ago. She owns over 500 shares. She owns 5 different REITs. But the reason I put her up here, she said, I was curious to see what my dividends were for last year. So I added my IRA and my brokerage accounts, and I was surprised. My initial goal was 500. She just wanted 500 in passive income. Turns out it was 1,142, right? She said a nice start. Anyone else looking at their status and set their goal for next year? She said a nice start. She's already making $1,100 in passive income, and she's saying a nice start. The reason I'm telling you this is, remember, we got to start. We got to build. I want thousands in passive income. I want to make sure you are in a position to never have to rely on your job. You're letting these billionaires fund your retirement. You're letting these billionaires take you to the next level, right? Listen, she bought GNL. Look at what price she got it at, $12.22. I told you, Benice said she just got a platinum ticket. I love it. mycashflowcreation.com. Get your ticket now. My comment ready when you got your ticket. mycashflowcreation.com. There's over 700 people coming to this session. I have helped over 5,000 people learn how to invest in REITs, right? With my programs, with my classes. Listen, this isn't something I'm just doing. This is what I've been doing. We cannot let this year go by without saying I'm making passive income. Nicola said she just got her ticket, right? Listen, I will announce who got the $500. Listen, I'm giving people time. My team is going to pick the person. They're going to let me know. My team is going to pick it. Now, listen, if you're here, you're not here by accident. You are determined to build wealth and you know you deserve more and you're ready to take the next step. You now believe that it's a good time to start using real estate and stocks as a way to create cash flow, right? You now have someone who can hold your hand. When I say I'm a hold, listen, first off, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Do not come to this summit if you don't want to be pushed, right? I got one more announcement, one more bonus. You're getting the top 25 guys. I'm also giving you the top AI guide, the top AI stocks that literally are paying dividends. Comment ready to chat if you want to come to this summit. mycashflowcreation.com. You're getting access to the coaching calls, the top 25 high dividend stocks to consider. Comment ready. Comment ready. Jonelle says she got her platinum ticket. Listen, comment ready if you want to come. Listen, she's in. Listen. Listen. Let me tell you about this text I just got. I had to put this in the presentation. Somebody sent me, I'm doing very well with building through REITs. I followed your advice and what REITs to buy, and I'm on track to make almost $2,300 a month in dividend stocks and $1,300 a quarter for my daughter. She's not, listen, parents, you're not just learning for you. We are building for our kids, right? I want to move into more traditional stocks, aid me through retirement. Now she's thinking about retirement, right? I want to buy what you're buying. Would you provide insight for a monthly fee? She wants to pay me every month. She's already learning. She's already implementing. She has over $2,300 a month and her daughter has passive income. I need you guys to recognize we got to start building now. You cannot miss this opportunity because when the prices go back up, people are going to say, oh, I wish I would have bought it in 2023 when I took Ashley's class. I want you to recognize when you come to this summit, you are walking out with a passive income portfolio. When you come to this summit, parents, I'm helping you open your accounts. I'm helping you get your kids set up. I need your kids to have passive income. I have a 6-year-old niece. She always asks my sister for money for lunch. Her dividends are going to pay for her lunch now. Her dividends are going to buy her ice cream. mycashflowcreation.com. Get your ticket. Platinum, listen, I like the best, right? Like comment the best if you like the best. When I go to events, I'm not sitting in the nosebleed. I need to be in the front row. When you come to the Cash Flow Creation Summit, when you get your ticket, you are going to be front and center with me. Front and center with me. And don't let me know your name. You better show up, show out, and execute on every. When I say I'm giving you so much information, we're talking about the REITs that pay passive income. We're learning about those tax loopholes. We're talking about the dividend stocks that can pay you consistent. I'm talking about the ones that's been paying for 25 years. I'm not looking to get rich quick. I'm building you this wealth ecosystem so that you can have this life forever. Right? Listen, I'm saying everybody comment the best. I like them. Anybody ever flew first class? They treat you different in first class. You got to get used to being the best. So if you want the best, you got to be around the best. The people that got the platinum ticket, how many of you feel like you are the only person in your environment that wants to be better? How many of you feel like you are the only person in your environment that wants to be better? You need to be around a different type of person. You got to be around a different group of people. Do you understand that the women that I'm surrounded by push me? I got friends that own hundreds of millions of dollars of like companies that are worth millions. They're pushing me to be better, right? I'm literally paying $60,000 to an executive coach because I'm willing to pay for the best because I know I'm the best, right? It's not about, you guys aren't making this investment in me. This is in you because you got to recognize you the best. I'm good. I'm okay. It's about you being the best. It's about you making it. The question is, are you worth the investment, right? Look, Ania says, I need another crowd. You need to get your platinum ticket. We're having literally after this class, we are having our kickoff session. I need you to be around that energy. You got to be in front of people who want to build. You got to get an accountability partner. I'm going to push you to the next level, but you got to get yourself into a space where you want to be the next level, right? Yes, you can upgrade your ticket. Janice says she's platinum. Everything is online. Everything is online. How many of you are worth it? Type it, I'm worth it in the chat. Listen, I know I'm worth it. Because if I'm willing to put up $60,000 for a coach, I'm coming out making millions. I'm coming out making millions. My coach, literally, Sonia said she just got her platinum ticket. Moni just said she got her platinum ticket. Get yourself into a space where you know you deserve it. How many of you are frustrated with being frustrated? How many of you are trying? You're trying to figure it out. You're doing your best. But you know that there's more. You know it's time to grow. You know you need somebody to get under and put fire in your butt and push you to the next level. Listen, don't come to this summit if you're not ready to go to the next level. And I'm saying it's only 5 days. It's only 5 days. Mary just said it's a birthday gift. I love it. I love it. It's only 5 days. Sessions start in the evening. Yes, if you miss a live session, yes, you can watch the replay. Don't worry. Yes, but we're implementing, so you're gonna have to lock in. Don't come if you're not ready to put in work. Don't come if you don't want to dominate these last 90 days. Don't come to this summit. I'm here to build out the full game plan, right? This is a picture of me. There's a woman. She won a competition that we had in our community. We flew her to Atlanta. She told me how much she wanted to build in passive income. I said, okay, let's build it out. We walked through the investments that she already has. We walked through how much cash flow she wanted to make. I evaluated the company she had, what they were doing, how they were doing, and show her what she needed to buy, what she needed to get rid of, and how much she needed to contribute to hit her goal. We got to dominate. You are not going. Listen, if you come into this summit, you are not going to 2023 saying, I don't have enough money. You are going to be on track to create the life that you want. You are going to know from start to finish what account to use, what to buy, when to buy, how to buy it, and how to track that cash. Type in cash flow in the chat if the goal is to build cash flow, right? Listen, you're talking to somebody who quit her job that had no passive income. Imagine quitting your job having passive income. Having billion-dollar businesses give you the money you need to live the life that you want, right? Now, comment, I'm ready. I need to know you're ready. Who got their ticket? But listen, mycashflowcreation.com. mycashflowcreation.com. Talk to me. Now, I just saw this comment on Instagram. She said, it was you that opened my eyes 1 year ago. Never looking back. I'm an aggressive investor. Thank you for educating me. I need all of when you come out of this summit, listen. Shout out to Moni that got her platinum ticket. She said, I'm aggressive. I'm an aggressive investor. How many of you are so busy paying everybody, you look up and you have nothing? Wealthy people pay themselves first. Wealthy people invest first and then take care of everybody. I don't care how much you're going to start with, but if you're coming to this summit, you are the number one priority. I don't care what your bills are. We're still getting a brokerage account. I don't care who pissed you off or how much time you have. We're still going to open accounts for your kids. We're still going to build that wealth. We're still going to invest. We're still collecting path. No, everything is virtual. I just did an in-person event. We had hundreds of people come. I said, I got to do this again, but I got to reach the world. There are people coming from all over the world. I had somebody tell me they were in another time zone. They were in the UK. They're coming to the summit. If somebody from the UK can get their platinum ticket to come to this summit, and you live in America and you tell me you're too busy, you tell me you're too busy, that means you're not ready. That means I'm just a little bit too much. I'm going to push you a little bit too hard, and I might not just be the person. If you can't tell already, I go in. Shaquan said she just got her platinum. Listen, we got somebody from Canada. Phaedra just said she got her platinum ticket. Listen, those of you got your platinum ticket, listen, make sure my team is going to send you the link. You're going to hop off this call. We're going right into the kickoff. Sessions start tomorrow. We got a Q&A for you guys. Listen, get your questions ready. We got a kickoff, and I want you guys to tell me what you are going to do and what you want to get out of this summit. Because listen, I'm going to give you the tea. I'm going to give you the game. I'm going to show you. Here's another woman. She said, I watch her stocks class. And this morning, before I officially got out of bed, I bought my first share. How many of you never invest? Shout out to Michelle for who got her ticket. Tiffany, who got her platinum ticket. Listen, Nikita got her ticket. She said before she got out of bed, she bought her first share. Imagine, you know that first of all, I'm going to tell you, when you get your first dividend, I don't care if your first dividend is $10, if it's 10 cents. When you get to a space where you get that first check and you didn't do nothing for it, you know that number is only going to go up. That number is on. Bahamas in the house. Shout out to LaQuisha. I love it. Shout out to Keisha for getting her platinum ticket. Listen, Janelle got her platinum ticket. All of my platinum winners, let's go. Comment, I'm ready. Comment in the chat, I'm going to the summit. And when I tell you this, right, I have never, ever taught for 5 days straight. You know how much I would charge if somebody wanted me to teach for 5 days straight? That's at least a 6-figure check. I done been through so much. My 15 years of experience, you want my brain for 5 days straight? Listen, it's only a couple hours a day. You got to ask yourself, to dominate the rest of this year and to change your whole life, is it worth a couple hours a day for 1 week? Is it worth, listen, every single day I'm investing in Ashley. I literally spend thousands of dollars just on my mental support. I have a therapist, I have a spiritual advisor, I have an executive coach, I have a chef, I have a personal trainer. I'm about to hire a stretcher. I got to be the best version of Ashley if I'm going to be a billionaire. If I'm going to be a billionaire, I got to be the best version of Ashley. And guess what I also got to be around? I got to be around the best people, right? I know I'm worth it. And I'm willing to pay top dollar to become the best. And I've made millions of dollars, but I want billions. I want billions. I'm going to become that Wall Street client. I'm almost there, guys. I'm going to walk into that bank I used to work for. And look, I used to work here, but now I need you guys to help me build my own wealth. And I'm going to tell you what I need and how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take what Wall Street gave me and build that whole wealth ecosystem for you so that you are set up, so that you're set up. We're going to get the accounts. Oh, listen, I'm seeing everybody comment ready. I got my ticket. You guys going so fast. I can't even see everybody. I can't even see everybody. I'm sorry. All right. Now, let me keep going. Now, listen, this is an investment in you, not me. Yes, billionaire status. Listen, this is an investment in you. And I'm going to tell you one thing. You will not come to this summit and not show up. I have a no member left behind. We got a CFC group over there in that Facebook group. You're going to see everybody going crazy in there. You will not get a ticket to this summit and not meet me halfway. Because I'm going to show up and show out. My team is ready. I'm ready. I'm coming with everything that I've got, which means I need you to meet my energy. Susan just got her ticket. She's ready. DJ just got his ticket. Hold on, it's going too fast. D just got his ticket. Listen, I'm ready. I'm showing up. But you got to recognize this is on you. You got to be worth. What's your ROI? What is your dividend return that you're going to get on you when you show up? If you guys were, shout out to Divine that got a ticket. If you were stock and you went through my training, oh, you a growth stock baby that's tripling and paying out a dividend. You got to shout out to Jackie for getting her ticket. Yes, listen, Margaret is ready. I love it. If you are in South Africa, you got to get a brokerage account interactive. Shout out to Luciana for getting her ticket. Selena for getting her ticket. Okay, it's going fast. Hold on. All right, now, there's so much happening. Now, just a recap. Here's what you get with the platinum ticket. 5 days. 5 days. Everything is virtual. Shout out to Tracy Smith for getting her ticket. 5 straight days of learning. We're covering from building that passive income plan to determining how much you're going to get started with, what investments you're going to make, how much you're going to make, how are we going to build wealth for our kids, how are we going to get rid of our debt to create more money so that we can invest more and have more to do more so we can leave our job, so that we can travel the world. Type in the countries that you want to travel. Listen, we start building this portfolio. What's the first trip you're taking? Listen, let me tell you one thing. GNL is going to fund my Paris trip every year because I told myself I'm going to go to the French Open and I keep slacking. Listen, my dividends are funding my trip. And here's the thing. We got to build a portfolio that can fund our trip forever. Shout out to Julene. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. She got to listen. Sometimes you just got to be in the room. Just get in the room, guys. It's happening tomorrow. Shout out to Malika for getting her ticket. MyCashflowCreation.com. Listen, Nicola says she wants to go to Greece. I've been to Greece. They got some good food and some of the best sunsets I've ever seen in my life. Fiji, Switzerland. Imagine if realty income is paying you every month. You're building in the next year. Even if you can, imagine going on vacation every single year because you're getting paid every single month. You're in a position to really become something your family has never seen. Do you know that my family invests because of me? And here's what happened. I was trying to get them to invest because, I was around all the rich people. So I'm telling them what the rich people do. No, nobody was listening to me. Guess what I did? I opened accounts for my family. I opened accounts for my dad, my mom, my brother, my sister, and my 83-year-old grandmom. My grandmom's getting dividends. Why? Because her granddaughter opened an account. It's okay if you got to be the first one to change your family's legacy. But I was the one that showed up. I was the one that learned. I was the one that was reading books. I was the one that was going to work, picking people's brain, having mentors. I was the one that started paying for coaches. I was the one that started to heal and work on me so I can be better for you. So you got to recognize, so what if you didn't come from money? So what if you don't know what you're doing? I'm here now. I'm here. And if you're coming into my summit, listen, you're going to walk away with game. Wait till you see Wait till you see just the workbook that we give you. All the platinum ticket holder, you're going to go through the guides. We're going to go through the guides together. You're going to say, Ashley, I think I want this one. I want that one. Listen, inside the guide, I give you the link so you can see all the information about the REITs anyway. So I'm going to give you the details. But listen, my platinum ticket holders, I'm going to give you my top 5 REITs. My team doesn't. They tell me not to always tell you guys what I buy. I'm going to give you my top 5 REITs. I got 5. You don't need a football team to make millions in the market. You don't need a football team to make income. I say, get you your top 5. Who is your starting 5, right? Listen, Charlene got her ticket and her workbook. Go ahead, Charlene. I love it. Erica's ready. Tanisha says she's ready. All right, hold on. I'm seeing Thailand, Gina. Listen, I love it. All right, I'm gonna do something. Hold on. I want to show you guys the website. Let's go to the website. Let me share my screen really quick. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, so look, when you go to mycashflowcreation.com, can you guys see my screen? Boom. All right, we're good. Let me make sure I get the chat. I still got everybody in the chat. Look, yes, Venice, let me get my top 5. Yes. Now, let's go to this website. First off, do you see what it says at the top of the screen? We are 22 hours away from the best online financial education, the best passive income event you're gonna ever go to. The best passive income. Listen, 5-day cash flow creation summit, where we can create multiple streams of reliable and recurring passive income. I don't want the ones that pay dividends and they're little. It's some dividend stocks that pay like 2%. We're not getting them. I want income and I want a lot of it, right? But without needing thousands in the bank, without needing an exceptional credit score, right? Now, sessions start tomorrow. We're about to have a kickoff though. It's about to be a kick. So all my platinum and VIP ticket holders, there's a kickoff happening right after this class. When you register and get your ticket, mycashflowcreation.com, you guys will see, you'll get all the details to the link to the session, right? Sessions start for VIP and platinum ticket holders 6 o'clock. That's the Q&A session. You got to show up. Now, all the other general sessions, 7 p.m. This is where the learning starts, guys. Your platinum ticket holders, when you come to these sessions, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to give you everything you need. I'm going to give you so much, you're not going to know what to do with it. But then you're going to come back and say, Ashley, I got some questions. Cool. Give me your questions. Let's get it down. I want to understand you. I want to know you. I want to love you. I want to serve you. I want to give you everything you need. Because let me tell you something about me. You could give me $100 million right now, and I'm going to wake up every day to run my company, Amplify. This isn't something that I do because it looks good. I've been teaching finance over 10 years. I don't do this because it's trendy. This is who I am. I left my job to be who I am for you guys today. And I've been through a lot to be here. So use me. Pick my brain. Ask me questions. Learn what I learned. I'm going to give you everything. But platinum ticket holders, those sessions that happen, those Q&As, be ready. Come prepared, come ready, right? Now, we got the Millionaire Mindset Matrix. Listen, we're going to figure out how much we're going to start with. We're going to figure out that passive income game plan. We're going to make the commitment and let go of that old thinking, that old lack thinking, to put you in a position to create the life that you want, right? Because you got to let go of who you used to be. So my cash flow creation, I'm seeing everybody getting their ticket. Check your email, and just in case, check your spam. But if you have questions, email summit@amplify.com. Platinum ticket holders, you will get the link, the workbook, the guides to everything, to get everything that you need for the summit to be prepared. We got 22 hours. You already saw it. 2, we're talking about getting debt-free and making money, guys. We can't let debt slow us down. We got to pay down debt and invest. We got to make extra money and invest. We got to work our job and invest, right? Day 3, you already know, REITs are my favorite investment. Listen, it's the easiest way for me to collect income without having to do all the work. Day 4, passive income stocks. We're talking about those dividend aristocrats. Go to mycashflowcreation.com. Get your ticket. Each class is about an hour. I might stay a little bit later too, guys. Cynthia got her ticket. Let's go, New York. I love it. All right. Day 5, building your legacy. I think day 5 is the most important day because we're not about to build this wealth and pass down generational curses. We are going to build this wealth and pass down generational wealth. No more generational debt. Generational wealth, right? And we're bringing in experts to help you execute on all the things that I'm going to talk about too. So there's a big difference between somebody being financially secure and having money. Have you ever thought about why 70% of lottery winners always go bankrupt? Literally after when they go bankrupt. And yeah, they live above their means, but the reason they're unable to maintain their lifestyle is they don't have the mindset or strategies to keep the cash flow coming in. Imagine if you won the lottery and you invested in REITs like GNL, and that money, you know that money's coming in all the time. Imagine if you had money, I don't care if it's big or small, and you bought realty income, and you know the moment that you invest in that REIT, you're getting paid every single month. And I don't care if you're getting 10 cents or 10 million. Because if you guys found $10 on the ground, I promise you're going to pick it up. So don't act like making $10 a month. If that's what you're starting with, we can't get the 10 million. I'm here to work with the people who want the millions of dollars. I'm here to work with the people that are willing to make the investment, because you know when you make the investment in you, that's when you start to care about things, right? So we're going to talk about building a reliable cash flow creation. That's the only way to build generational wealth. Because for too long, the strategies that we need to invest and build wealth, they haven't been taught in our school system. They haven't been taught at the dinner table. And now I'm teaching it to you. You don't have to work on Wall Street. I did. You don't have to work in finance for 15 years. I did. You don't got to read those boring finance books, because I don't either. This is what I do. This is what I live. And I do and teach everything that I've experienced, right? So go to mycashflowcreation.com, 5 straight days, giving you all the wealth creation strategies. You're talking to somebody that has taught this to over 5,000 people. And that's REIT specifically. I've been teaching kids. And if I got kids that invest in REITs and get passive income, I know that you guys can. So we're going to talk about how to think like the 1%. We want to get you in a space where you're building, you're growing. Mary, I see you. Mary got your ticket. Sorry, guys. I've been ignoring the chat. I've been ignoring the chat. I'm sorry. Day 2, the basics of building wealth and getting rid of your debt and making some extra money, right? Like I feel like debt, we just got to get rid of it. We got to learn how to use debt for the right things. Start utilizing debt the way the billionaires use it. Not because we don't have enough. We got to start letting these billionaires give us enough so we can live the life that we want. We're going to talk about REITs. How are we getting into real estate with less than $200? How are we investing in these $1 million, billion dollar businesses like Verizon, like Walgreens, like Walmart, like Microsoft? There are companies that are worth billions of dollars that you use every day, but we always say we're scared. You know what I'm scared of? I'm scared of leaving my money in a savings account and it's still doing nothing for the rest of my life. I'm scared of working at a job all day, every day, knowing that I'm working for the money, but my money's not working for me. And in day 5, how do I protect my wealth? How do I set my family up for success? Making money is good, but protecting it is just as good, guys. So go to mycashflowcreation.com to get your ticket. Any questions? How are we doing over here? Anybody who got comment? I'm ready. If you comment, I'm ready. If you got your email. I'm seeing MS Perez got her ticket. I'm loving it. Thank you, Michelle. Linda got her platinum ticket. I love it. Who's ready? I'm over here, Juice. I feel like I'm giving you guys all my energy. I gotta find this energy to give to all the platinum ticket holders as soon as the kickoff kicks off. All right, who else? I'm seeing. Okay, Aeon. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Got their ticket. I love it. Ty got her ticket. Okay. All right. Listen. Let's recap everything that we got. Hold on. I'm seeing some more. I'm ready. Nakia got her ticket. Not really. This is the cheat code. Listen, I feel like I can't tell everybody it's the cheat code, but as you can see, it's not as hard as we think it is, guys. It's not as hard as we think it is. It is not as hard as we think it is. All right, wait, guys. Wait. All right, so team, wait. We got to give out $500. Who's still here that got their platinum ticket? Keyshawn, email summit@amplify.com. Summit@amplify.com. So let's recap what you get. But look, we got to announce who gets up. Listen, I'm down to give you $500 to start buying some REITs. Just immediately, you're getting income. Just immediately. All right, just to recap. Shaisha got her ticket. Moni's here. She got her ticket. When is the next summit? I don't know, because listen, I'm going to tell you one thing. I have been working so hard to put this summit together, and it's finally here. So I can't even think about nothing else, okay? Listen, Natasha got her platinum ticket. June went shopping. Let's go. Okay. Talk to me. All right, wait, I need my team. Listen, hold on. I said I had to give you a few minutes to get your ticket. So Tell me, listen, I said I was giving away 500, but here's the deal. When I give away this 500, here's how this is going to work. Because I'm not just in the business of giving away money. I'm in the business of creating wealth. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to tell me what REITs you want to buy. And if you've never invested before, that's okay. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you buy the REIT. But we're going to start with 500. Listen, comment 500. But this is for the platinum ticket holders. Platinum ticket holders. Michael, check your email. Any questions? Those of you who just got your ticket. If there are any questions, email summit@amplify.com. 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 All right, listen, $500. Listen. Here's the deal. I'm giving one platinum ticket holder $500. We are putting it into REITs, which means you're automatically going to, they said they have a name. They said they got a name. Hold on. Okay, wait. Who are we giving this to? But here, remember, here's a disclaimer. We are buying REITs together. We are creating the passive income. The moment that 500 is invested, you already know the income is coming. Imagine investing the 500, getting 16% just off the bat. So listen, get your platinum ticket. mycashflowcreation.com. Get the platinum ticket. Let me see where the slide is. I can make sure you guys know. Remember, Anya is pronounced Anya. Let's go buying REITs. Okay. Listen. Get the platinum tickets. I'm about to sign off because again, we have to. Okay. All right. Wait. The team just gave it to me. Are we ready? And listen, if I say your name, you better comment. You're here. Because you had to stay to the end to get it. Are we ready? The team just gave it to me. Okay, drum roll. We ready? Type in drum roll in the chat if you're ready for this. Type in drum roll in the chat. Oh, the DJ is just a part. Okay, the DJ is there and I'm not there. Okay. All right. Irma just got her platinum ticket. Are we ready? Comment drum roll. I need to know everybody's drum rolling for all the platinum tickets. I need everybody to be drum rolling. Okay, are we ready? The winner is, I hope I pronounced your name right, Venice McCoy. Are you here, Venice? Everybody call Venice. VANNICE. Are you here? Venice. Everybody call VANNICE. Are you here? Miss McCoy? Miss McCoy, are you here? Come on. We can't listen. Miss McCoy, are you here? Do we see Miss McCoy? I hope. Come on, you got to be here. VANNICE. Are you here? Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, where are you? Okay, the chat's going to look crazy. I can't even keep up. The winner is Venice. I hope I'm saying your name right. She's here. Where is she? Where are you? Oh, hi, I see you. Oh, you've been rocking with me all day. Okay, listen. Venice, do me a favor. I need you. Okay, I see her. She's here. Okay, boom. You've been rocking with me. I've been seeing you've been live in the chat. Listen, okay. All right, now Venice, do me a favor. Team, do we have her email? Do we have her email? We're going to set up a call. So I'm not sure if you got your brokerage account, but you and I are going to get on a call. We're going to lock in, make sure your account is ready, make sure you're able. We're going to get you the money, but the only requirement that I'm asking is you got to tell me what you want to buy. We're not putting our money in cash. We're putting it to work. So you got to tell me what you want to buy. Listen, congratulations. Yes, it feels good to put money up and to know you're getting income, right? Like literally, like before the summit is even over, you're getting income. All right, they said who on social media won. All right, so I technically gotta get my team. My assistant has my phone. I need this. So listen. I need my assistant. Katana, I need you to connect with Lene. You got to tell me who shared the post on Instagram. Because remember I said this person, I said you had to stay to the end. So you had to stay to the end. Who we're going to get to that person who stayed to the end that shared on social media. I need my team to let me. Yeah, Jonathan said he shared the post, but Can you tell me who shared on Instagram? Just pick somebody. It's random now. She's picking. I don't even have my phone. My phone's on Instagram Live. My second phone, my assistant has. Can you tell the team? I'm about to sign off because I heard the DJ is bumping right now. I heard the DJ is bumping. Who's the person on Instagram? Who's the person on Instagram? All right, wait. Hold on. She giving me the phone. Okay, hold on. I got the phone. The first person that did it. Okay, so Precious Azori. Are you here? Hold on. Whoa, a lot of you guys share. Hold on. Precious Azori, are you here? She's the clarity coach. I like that name. I feel like I've seen your face in this Precious, are you here? Sorry, the Precious Azori, are you here? I don't know your full name. I know you are an author and a co-founder. Precious Azuree. Are you here? Precious Azori at Precious Azori. Yes. Are you here? Talk to me. Do we see? I don't know your first name. She's going next. Precious is going. Okay. Precious Azori, are you here? You had to wait to the end. Oh, P Gray. Wait, P Gray, is that you? Are you sure? P Gray, is that you? P Gray, is that you? Slide in my DMs right now so I know it's real. You look like the girl in the video. Talk to me. She is. Wait, hold on. It's so many people. How many people still in the class? Okay, we got 60 seconds. I gotta go over. We having a kickoff right now. We got over 1,000 people in here. Listen, it's over 1,000 people in here. Do we have our platinum tickets? Shayna just said she bought her tickets. Let's go. Oh, she's not Precious. P. Gray, come on. But I want to win. Come on. Okay, I gotta go to the next one. I'm going to the next one. All right, here we go. Kayla with the fro. Are you in here? Let me see. I'm assuming your name is Kayla. Come on, Kayla. Are you in here? Kayla with the fro. Are you in here? She's here. Wait, how do you know, Marilyn? Kayla with the fro. Are you here? Kayla with the fro. I'm going in order. I'm going with the person that was the fastest. Kayla with the fro. Are you in here? Come on. Somebody said she isn't here, but I'm not sure. They say, yes, she is. She's here. Teresa, where is she? What's your name, Kayla with the fro? Oh, I see you, Kayla with the fro. Okay, cool. Now, Kayla, you got to get your account open. $250. Kayla, do me a favor. Are you coming to the summit, Kayla? You can't get $250 and not know what we're going to do and come to the summit. So, Kayla, do me a favor. Email, congratulations, Kayla. Email us. Do we have your information? Do you have your ticket to the summit? Are you coming? Send us an email, summit@emplify.com with your information. We're going to set up a call. If you don't have your account open, we're going to get the account open and $250. My only requirement is that you know what you want to buy. And we're buying REITs. Got to pick the high REITs too. You got to pick the ones that pay the good. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Get your tickets now. mycashflowcreation.com. The kickoff is happening right now for all the people with the platinum tickets. Let's go. I'm excited. Congratulations to all the winners. All right, I heard the DJ is bumping. I got to go inside. I got to go to work. The summit is here. mycashflowcreation.com. I'll see you guys. Let's build. We got 90 days to dominate. I'm here with you. I'm locked in this whole week with you. Make sure you get your ticket. I'll see you guys later.